Assalamu alaikum. My name is An. I am a student of Rehan School. Today I am talk with my.
Uh, hey there.
I'm
What, what
Alice.
what's shaking?
I'm
Nice
Alice.
to meet you, Alex.
My name is An.
Got it.
Today I'm
Alex.
today I'm talk. What does the word alright mean?
All right. Classic. It's one of those phrases that basically does everything. Depending on how you say it, it can mean you're cool with something, you're actually annoyed, or you're just telling someone to pipe down. You want the deep dive on where it came from?
Where did the word alright originate?
Let me look into that. It's it's one of those things that seems so simple, but language history usually has some weird twists. This one actually goes way back to Middle English, and there's a record of it being used before 1413 by Geoffrey Chaucer. The one word version, all right, didn't really show up in print until much later, around the 1880s. Mark Twain is often credited with helping it gain traction. Now, all right is the formal way to go, while all right is just a casual vibe. Do you usually stick to the formal spelling or keep it laid back?
Is alright the same as alright?
I mean, technically, they mean the exact same thing. It's just a matter of how you spell it. All right is the traditional proper version, while all right is the shorter, more casual one you'll see in text or on social media. You're basically saying the same thing, just choosing a different vibe for the paper. Do you find yourself using the shorter version more often? I think you might have cut off a bit there. You meant why some write all right and others write all right, right? It really just comes down to who you're talking to. Some people are sticklers for the rules and think all right is a mistake, while others just want to type faster and don't see the point in extra space. It's kind of like the difference between saying going to and going to. And going to, one is for the classroom and the other is for the street. Do you feel like you have to switch your style depending on who you're messaging?
How has the meaning of alright changed over time?
That's a dope question. It's evolved from just being a literal statement, like saying everything is correct or in its proper place, into this like massive emotional Swiss Army knife. Now it's less about accuracy and more about social cues. It can be a way to end a conversation quickly, a hesitant way of agreeing when you're not actually happy, or even a subtle warning if the tone is sharp enough. It's gone from a factual description to a vibe check. I bet you've noticed how a simple all right can feel totally different depending on who's saying it. You know what I'm saying?
When is it appropriate to use alright is everyday conversation?
I'm guessing you mean in everyday conversations.
Yes.
Basically, it's the ultimate all purpose phrase. You can use it when you're agreeing to a plan, checking if someone is okay after they trip, or just acknowledging that you heard someone. It's a safe bet in almost any casual setting because it's neutral. The only time it gets tricky is when the tone shifts. Like if you say it with a sigh, it suddenly means you're definitely not all right. Do you use it more as a way to agree or as a way to check in on people?
Is alright considered formal or informal English?
It's a bit of a hybrid. The two-word version, all right, is totally fine for formal stuff like an email to a boss or a school paper. But all right with one word, that's strictly informal. It's a casual vibe you keep for friends or quick text. So the meaning is the same, but the spelling tells people how formal you're trying to be. Do you usually worry about being formal when you're writing things?
What is the difference between alright, okay, and fine?
That's where it gets interesting because they're like three different levels of, yeah, I guess. All right is usually a genuine agreement or a confirmation. It's pretty neutral. Okay is the most versatile. It can be anything from a happy yeses to a bored whatever. Then you've got fine, which is the dangerous one. Someone says they're fine with a certain tone, there's a high chance they are actually not fine at all. It's often a way to shut down a conversation while still technically agreeing. Do you feel like fine is the most deceptive one of the three?
Can alright express different emotion depending on tone?
I think you got cut off again, but I'm guessing you're asking if all right can express different emotions depending on the tone. Oh, absolutely. It's all in the delivery. A quick upbeat all right is a green light, but a slow, drawn out all right usually means you're skeptical or just not feeling it. Then you have the sharp, short all right, which is basically a polite way of saying, stop talking now. It's wild how one phrase can go from a hug to a slap just by changing the pitch. Have you ever had someone say it to you in a way that made you realize they were actually annoyed?
How do different English speaking countries use all right?
Let me see what I can find on that. It's usually a universal bridge, but I've heard it hits a bit differently depending on where you are. In the UK, all right is actually used as a greeting, like saying hello or how's it going. While in the US, people usually only ask, are you all right, if they think something is actually wrong. Then you've got Australia, where calling someone a bit of all right is a way of saying they're attractive. And in North America, you'll hear alrighty a lot when people are wrapping up a conversation. It's funny how a phrase that's supposed to be neutral can mean something totally different depending on the accent. Does that change how you'd use it if you were traveling?
Why has all right become such a common expression?
That's basically the soft version of all right. Adding that even at the end just takes the edge off. It makes the speaker sound more friendly, approachable, and a little more upbeat. It's a way to signal that everything is cool and there's zero tension, which is why you hear it so much when people are wrapping up a task or ending a call. It's like a verbal smile, you know what I'm saying? I, do you think you sound more friendly when you use words like that?
How has social media influenced the popular of all right?
Social media basically fast tracked the casual side of things. It's the biggest reason the one word all right took off. When you're typing a quick tweet or DM, nobody wants to hit the space bar if they don't have to. It's all about speed and efficiency. Plus, with memes and short form video, the vibe of a word becomes more important than the grammar. People use all right to signal a specific kind of laid back energy that feels more authentic to how we actually talk than the formal all right does. It's basically turned the phrase into a digital shorthand for I'm cool with this. Do you find yourself typing it differently than how you write it in a school assignment?